I've learned since then that this particular Air Force base has a history of UFO sightings, must have something to do with the Minuteman program. He said, always ask yourself why such an insignificant bit of scenery should be videoed. Anyways, it will alert you to more than a possibility of something pre-planned. How many of us would be bothering to tape a tiny aircraft in such a way? I would. It might come close this way, or it might want to go the other way. I got a lot of military overriding this. Didn't report to MUFON. Who would have at least lent a sympathetic ear and investigated, but went to the media instead. The microphone just happens to not work. No family members have apparently reported dad out flying his Cessna is missing. Geez. Flying his Cessna is missing. Geez. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it obviously was not a bird. Come on, man. A lot of hummingbirds in this area. I live very close to the base in Tucson. It seems to act just like a hummingbird. The government is working on an aircraft that works like a hummingbird, but I want to get into that one. Hey, Bigfoot, sorry to contradict you, but UFOs do also shoot straight up. That's what I know, they do shoot straight up. Hey, Bigfoot, 73, sorry to contradict you, but UFOs do also shoot straight up. I saw one do this in Tennessee in 1967. 67, yeah. It went straight up, out of sight in a fraction of a second, and a few seconds later came instantly down and stopped on a dime, right where it was before. Seeing is believing for me. I know UFOs do exist, and as for this tape, it does appear to be wing flaps visible before, and upon contact would perhaps change or twisting towards the rear, although the stoppage in flight and reverse almost straight up is a little tough for a bird to do. I'm a avid bird hunter. The flight pattern was also very odd. No bird-like, but if it was a bird, the other looked to be an airplane, model airplane, getting attacked by a bird of prey, but no loss of altitude either, just fly slightly backwards and almost straight up. I guess I'm thinking no bird. A bird, two birds. UFO, not birds. Come on, man. Everybody's putting their spin on it. Some of it's government trying to troll everything. This is a fake, as confessed by the filmmaker at alienufos.com. UFO collides small plane. No, they don't admit that it's fake, because they just said it wasn't. They were afraid they went under an alias name. See, someone's trying, anyway. As confessed, and I thought we just did that right. Big was anyway. Oh, thanks for that. It's good to know a UFO has been seen moving vertically. That was long-standing skeptical observation of mine. When I'm not much of a skeptic, still not sure about this video, though needs some supporting evidence. From all the cases I have worked on, you couldn't be further from the truth. The truth about the characteristics of UFO flight, characteristics both filmed and witnessed. Much like the New York City UFO fake tape, it was pursued by MUFON, and the witness never came clean or public to anyone. Thus, MUFON dropped the case. Maybe the government shut them up. There are people that the government coming and shut them up. And they just figure, well, it must have been fake because they don't want to come in. MUFON's got the wrong idea. If they don't come clean, that's because the government shut them up. It's simple as that. But this guy got it out under a different thing. The government is hiding information. To anyone thus, MUFON dropped the case and deemed it a hoax until a witness surfaces. In other words, it could have been true, but it's hoax because it didn't come through. This one would do the same if the witness doesn't come forward. In other words, it's true, but if it don't come through, they'll put it as hoax. This one would do the same if the witness doesn't come forward. By the audio, there seems to be more than one witness, so if true, there might be confirmation. We don't know enough yet to make a determination. Assuming can go both ways. As an investigator, this means objectively is of the most importance. Looks like it has a distinct possibility of being a hoax. Here is a quote from a post the self-proclaimed creator of this video, Jam220. I just wanted to thank you all for making this a better fake than it already was. You wanted a story. I added a story. You wanted to know the location. I gave you the location. Never could figure out Roar's problem. He was always too vague, but I guess you all are used to him. For the person who can comment on the cinematography, yes, I made it shaky and blurry to make it more real. This isn't a Hollywood film. It's caught on camera. It's caught on camera. Look, why do I do this? I'm building a visual effects reel. And convincing people this is real will go a long way when I show off my work. Sorry to cause an uproar, but I feel that people don't give you their true feelings unless they don't like you, and I needed your true feelings. The video is at 25,000 views in 5 days. That's good enough for me, but I'm sure it will go over views at some point. Yeah, this is the government overriding. I agree with you on the film. There was something that didn't fit. Fake, hoax, I could not say. It is sad if it is faked. If it is faked, UFOs can be hard enough to wrap our thoughts around or try to fit pieces of the puzzle together without discomfort. It's too bad we all have to first study evidence and try to figure it out if it was hoaxed or not. Let's keep thinking. I like how you study cases. Me too, and don't always think inside the box. In other words, think outside the box. All of us studying this always have to remind ourselves the only experts on UFOs are the ones flying them. So no matter how much any of us study this what's in MUFON, what's in them study this, what's in them? UFOs layers to true experts. How do you feel about how you feel? How do you feel about the triangles and discs, etc.? Triangles, newer technology, different group of visitors, most triangles, different groups of visitors. Most triangles are reported to be slow moving with certain light patterns that are usually seen on February 27, 2009. I saw a fast one with 3 lights down each front side, soft white blue in color, no lights anywhere else. Left side flew over moon. Thanks to your efforts, I appreciate your time and efforts and truth. Just because a witness decides to suddenly get quiet doesn't mean their sighting is real or not. That's not fair to say. I just want to point out people that report get put under the microscope for reporting on UFOs. They get the book thrown at them, ridiculed honestly, intelligence questions as a person. It gets very personal. They get personally attacked to reporting. It takes a strong person willing to stand alone and stick to their guns to defend their story and themselves from the public government attacks. Reporting this can ruin relations of all sorts. Friendships, family, relative relations, jobs, etc. We all need to shake ourselves and walk in other shoes to see their side of it. Hence, their quotes from the Bible. About judging others. We should thank others for reporting truthfully. We should thank others for reporting truthfully. If they choose not to report or not continue answering questions, doesn't mean they are lying. All those other cases of UFOs jerking around as if on a wire, then grabbing light aircraft and making off into space wherever, leaving a blurred trail behind must have passed me by somehow. Oh, thanks, dude. I'm flattered. Suspects triangles are of human origin, seen with or being followed by jets or helicopters far more than anything else. They also seem to hang around normal too. The recent Florida cases, as you say, they have consistently light arrays, but never anything spectacular like this. Triangles seem to be the only UFO shape without much history, and are reported from outside USA, far less than any other shape. Their performance seems less like that described so loudly in the overview. Talk right than the dish. You saw one by flying straight overhead, and that seemed like something this hardly ever do. Something about triangles behavior makes they are tantalizing the taxpayer. As for this, daylight sightings of this dropping smaller objects is new and very baffling. newspapers or drawings that I know of. There are new sightings with a history compared to other shapes and flight patterns. I cannot truly say they are whose they are yet, but the one I saw was very large, and it took 3 to 3.5 seconds to traverse the airspace above me. It was so large it was staggering to view. I seen it from the start. It streaked in like a meteor, then abruptly slowed down. I seen it from a distance as it flew towards me, quick and silent, and was about 2,000 AGL, which is based on aircraft coming in for approach to the airport. But I asked the airport what was the altitude of jets coming for approach at my address. And my address was, it was 3,000 feet average. I did not see military aircraft that night. And it was about 2,000, which is based on aircraft coming in from, as it flew towards me quick and silent, and it was about 2,000 AGL, which is based on aircraft coming in for approach to the airport. I asked the airport what was the altitude of jets coming for approach, and my address was coming for approach. It was 3,000 feet average. I did not see a military aircraft that night. I agree with you. Thanks for your reply. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was repeating every time. Guess again. I'm sorry, but did you not read? This is an admitted fake by video up there. His statements of fraud. Yeah, but that's probably tricking you too. Probably rude. See? I'd tell you the real truth, and then you didn't believe me. So now, I tell you it's fake, and now you believe it, and some people don't believe it. See, I'm trying to get both sides. Like I said, Jen, it's really weird. It's really real. See, he's trying to play my game with everybody. See what the outcome is. It seems that every time a photo or video of UFO services, there is an immediate, convenient version of the fake barricade. Their commodity is to ridicule and label these items as fakes or hoaxes, offering no real evidence to their heckling. Now, this is not to say that every image or video that pops in is the real deal, nor do suggest that we should offer immediate belief, but the same goes to the fake brigade. Just because they call something a fake or a hoax does not necessarily make it so. The UFO community is infected, overrun, even with cultists, star children, Zeta reticulus, and debunkers. We need is open minds, logical dialogue, and an open and honest government and media. I think most people posting here do not believe all films to be hoaxes. Personally, I think the recent Florida Triangle films are genuine. Then again, there have been photos of seagulls on the site. Recently asked for open and honest government and media. If we could manage that, we'd be well on the way to evoking to aliens ourselves. If we could manage that. Mike Franklin, This version of T's now animals somewhere they say it's fake, but I don't think it's fake. If you would fake something down like that, these guys are good. Because you do people, when they get something like that, they say, no faking it. We know what fake is. It's a real flying, solid disc flying in midair. Whose it is anybody's guess. That'll be on TV and everything. The government just probably told them to downplay it. They don't want anybody to know about it. And everything does away with the cover day. Cover day. I didn't know. I don't know. It looks real to me. See? I don't know. It looks real to me. Basically, with all the information about a missing airplane. I don't know. It looks real to me. Cool. The gun downplays everything. They got too many trolls. Come right underneath it. So you see a bird fly away. So you can even use that for reference. And there it is. Coming right up. Up. This one. Right here.
Well, folks, I pray that William's leg gets better, because he came home limping. And Cheryl brought him home because he couldn't get a ride from the Baileys, and John said from now on he don't need to go to Baileys, because if they can take him, they can't bring him home. I said, well, before that, Cheryl's getting ready to go to the store to get some hamburger for the spaghetti. Then William calls, and it's almost 1, and then at 5, we got to be there at 5:15 because they got a special with the 2 tenors. And their name is Barry, the older guy, and the younger guy is named Joseph. You know, the older guy does the old-time religion. The other one does the Sting and Beatles, as they said last night. It was a real good thing. It was pretty neat. Even at number 22, they did the Lone Ranger. And he sounded like the real thing. Excuse me, Silver, but what happened to your trumpet? Oh, my mom fried it in a dryer. I told that to Cheryl. What she missed, she cracked up while driving. But anyway, there was 27 things they did all together. But anyway, we're having a good old time. And before we went, Cheryl made sure William got up because his foot was still. He took a bath. He didn't put no Epsom. He figured he didn't need it. I said, my dad said you need to massage it because when I got hurt by a car, he massaged it. You got to not baby it and all this stuff. All of a sudden, he falls asleep with the Epsom salt with his foot in it. Then Cheryl wakes him up. I said, should we wake him up? Cheryl said, yeah, wake up. You need to eat the spaghetti. He didn't want the sauce, but then he decided he wanted the sauce, but just not tomatoes in it. So he did that way. Then by the time, and then before that, John got a courtesy call from Centera. Yeah, she's doing fine. She's so fine, she's going out walking the streets with her boyfriends and girlfriends. She's having a good old time. All right. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, she is doing so fine. She is really doing good. I mean, her strep throat is now gone. All right, keep that in mind, folks. All right. Then when school comes, everything like, oh, I'm sick, I don't feel good. Or, John, can you pick me up? And last night, William was told by his mom, you need to go to the doctor now, it's swollen. I mean, your hand has got bruised. It took a long time for Bill and John to ask you what happened. You just said you got hurt. But we want to know how you got hurt. And then he started crying. I told you I got hurt. Why didn't you say it? I fell off my bike. And John said, well, that's all you need to ask. You fell off Bailey's or whoever's bike while you were over there. And I said, yeah. If he would have asked me, I would have said the day, the time, the year. I would say I fell on a pebble. I would go in detail. That's why Bud said, which is your grandpa, say, Bill meets your twin. That's where the DNA stops, William, because you don't talk in detail. I would tell what I had for lunch, what time, what day, what year, what I had, what everybody else was doing. Can't you tell in detail? When a policeman comes, what are you going to describe? It was a car. They ain't going to go by that. They're going to say, what was the name of the license plate? What time did you see this car? And what color was that car? And what color was the shirt wearing? And was he wearing glasses? Was he chubby? Was he thin? They need to know this to know. Anyway, his mom said, well, you need to go to the doctor tonight. And you know what? He said, no, I don't need to. And I'm thinking, this is a way so he can wait until tomorrow so you don't have to go to school. And that way he can play more Xbox. But I thought, no, that's probably not it, because maybe he's trying to tough it out. Maybe they don't. Becky says it don't hurt. It don't hurt no more. Keep that in mind, folks. It don't hurt. And then he got up here, scared me. He's walking fine. He's not even limping. And I told him, there's a kid in our church, at the United Baptist Church, he's limping just like you, and I thought about you. He said, and his mom said, if you keep limping like that, I'm going to have to take you to the doctor. And the boy said, no, I'm okay. And now you're doing the same thing. As everybody on those Xbox and PlayStation 3s and doing headphone sets and getting ideas from these adults that sound like kids with microphones that's connected to the Xbox company, because they know that every kid's not going to be on there online 24/7, because every time William gets on, they're on. It's like, hello, William, how you doing? Nice to see you. We sound like kids. You know, oh, why am I not in school? Oh, I got the flu. The school burned down. Oh, the school's now fine. It was just the weather pattern. Or they had a day off. We did. You know, William gets all these ideas. One thing, what else would they got ideas? Here's the way to beat the system and your parents and the government. Just fake sick. You know, they'll take x-rays, and then by that time they can get back on the game and play with us. And I said, Bobby's doing the same thing, but except she don't got an Xbox. She's getting it from the same people that play those games, and she sees them live, and she gets ideas before William ever got that game to play sick and faint. She faints, she fakes. And she gets this medicine, then she don't need it, and then she throws it in the toilet, and it's a waste of money, it's a waste of government's money, it's a waste of parents' money and all that. So, you know, all of a sudden, William, who's fine, scares me out of my wit like he normally does, walks up that stairs with no problem. Bill, can I eat your Doritos? Yeah. I should have said, yeah, because I gave them to you anyway. But, I just said, yeah, you can have them. In other words, I put them in that chair for you to have them anyway. Anyway, and he's eating and he's playing his game. He's eating and he's playing his game. He's playing with Bam Bam. And you know what? The minute he goes down, Wham, you got some of it? So he cuts the thing off, and then he goes downstairs. And before he did that, he said, Bill, can you plug me in? So I plugged it in. Okay, it's not 2.0. All right. Then Bam Bam, I had to go downstairs, let Bam Bam outside. Baby's probably still here or maybe downstairs now, but she was up there. The cat, let me pet it. Anyway, he goes down the stairs and goes out the door. And, William, yeah, be careful of your leg. All right. If it starts hurting, let us know. All right. So he goes down to the bus stop, comes back, limping in pain. Oh, my leg, can I go to the doctors? And I'm thinking, why not last night? Because you knew that you could stay longer to play on the video game when you get off your x-ray machine to go see the video game at home. I'm saying Bobby's doing the same stuff, and no sooner that. CC off FS. Yeah, a message for John Till that keeps popping up. If the attendant is here, but it's busy right now, press 2 right now. All right. If he can come to the phone. If not, press 1, and we'll hold for a minute. John, I pressed 2. They want you to press 1. No, I can only hold for a minute. And then when you press 1, and he goes, I could care about that. I don't want that. Why is the government got to follow me? I guess because you're the Men in Black. Too, you record those UFOs too, so to speak. They know about the government. Anyway, well, I'm trying to look for William's card, and I said, maybe it's one of those cards. He's too, and he goes down the stairs because he can't seem to find anything, which I think it's one of those cards. If not, anyway. Oh, well, I'm just taking him to the doctor. And no sooner than that, the phone rings. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Yeah, Bill, has John left already? Yeah. Yeah, he took William to off thing, but the CCOS called, and it says, message important for John F. Till, press 2. All right, if he can't come right now, press 1, we'll hold for 1 minute and press 1 to talk. And all of a sudden, I told him that, and he says, he didn't want to press 1, he just pressed off, he just cleared the machine, he just got mad and said, I don't care about them. Psh, okay, all right, well, Bobby's now sick again, and her throat's red. She got to pick, well, I just got to wait till I got to come home to deal with Bobby. All right. See, I don't get this. Bobby has fun all day when there's no school involved. And she said so from the get-go. I keep telling everybody, and John and Till, but they don't get it. They say, okay, let us deal with the kids. They're not your kids. But you don't understand. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. That's all they do. William, you're supposed to be off at 8. Don't worry, I will. They don't know that when they go to bed, I'm going to stay on. Here it is, 9 o'clock. Now I put it on, because John goes to bed, and all of a sudden, William, Bill, I turn up that song, and William turns around. and his friends are still online. I'm amazed they allow their kids up that late too. Something fishy about all this. Anyway, William turns around. Bill, you're going to wake my mom up. And I'm thinking in my mind, that's the idea. Because you lied. And then, William, turn that down. Bill, turn it down. William, what are you doing up here anyway? Bill, turn that down for a minute. Yeah. All I got to say is I'm going down the stairs. Tell me lies, tell me big, big lies, huh? Well, I don't understand this. Everybody says William to go to bed at 8 or 9. And the weekend's 12 from now on because it's wasting energy. He shouldn't stay up till Friday, Saturday, and go to bed at Sunday at 10:30 p.m. and wake up at 8:25 just to catch his bus. And when I tell his friends that, they say, man, William, you're a nerd. But you know what? And I told the Baileys that too. Anyway, all of a sudden, William goes, William, go get to bed. You know, you were told to go to bed. Go to bed. Man, Bill's always getting in our life. William, Bill, just go upstairs. What does Bill do? What does Bill do? William, just go on upstairs, Bill. William, shut your mouth. Bill, you get up here. He's just trying to let us know that's important from now on to treat you and Bobby for us respect. You're supposed to show respect for yourself, to get your body healthy, and to respect us, the parents. You don't gotta back talk. You know the rules. We let you get away with too much, and Bobby too. We need to put a stop to this. Nip it in the bud. But you know what? Bobby is now, John tells the guy and the lady, that gave two courtesy calls, saying, she's doing fine, she's so fine. If I would answer that phone, I'll say, she's fine until it's school day, and she said that from the get-go to a girl named Diamond and everybody else that she's going to find many ways to get out of school. She says this every year, and she says she's going to fake sick, she's going to purposely make her sick. If it's got a cold, she'll make her get a cold from them, so that way it'll look real, because it is real, and then she'll go to a hospital and get all these pills and then dump them out and waste our money and all that stuff. She does it every year, and she does fainting. She does the fainting spells many a times, and nobody can find wrong with it, and she sneaks guys out the window and denies it with loud music. You know, and the windows that were locked and now are unlocked, and then she brings her guys in there, and all of a sudden, John says, what's those screens doing out? And then all of a sudden, when Cheryl confronts, she takes a long time to put it in, and then she says, who said they're not in there? And William goes, I saw a guy go out, and my dad saw it too, and John said, yeah, I saw a guy, and why is the screens out? Those screens were never out. Oh yeah? John said they were too. Well, you go check. And I'm thinking, yeah, you did it, or the guys to put it back together. And then I checked when she went to school. All of a sudden, the one I let the cat in and out. Magic when I was down there. Yeah. All right, it's locked when I want to lock it. But the one that was locked, Pat, before he moved in there, we all got locked out. And I was thinking I could unlock it, because I thought I left it unlocked, but I didn't. He almost hurt his back trying to do it, so he had to go through the kitchen window to do it that way. And remember, it was locked. Then all of a sudden, after Bobby's friends leave, she must have said, "Hey, I gotta find ways to do this. Can you come in the window? Can you go to the window and break that, fix it so that handle so we can sneak in and out?" I told my sister, I told my Aunt Stacy that I don't sneak boys in. I sneak out in the middle of the night when everybody's asleep. Because I heard her say that. Stacy, Bill's got it wrong. I don't sneak boys in. I sneak out and see the boys and my girlfriends and all that stuff when everybody's asleep. I come up to Cheryl there and says, man, she's just making herself look good. She don't do all that. I'm thinking, where's the surveillance cameras? Why does the neighbors say, I saw Rebecca and I saw the Baileys and all the kids in the neighborhood late at night sneaking out the window, and they're out there at night when they ain't supposed to be, when they're supposed to be in here. And then all of a sudden, late at night, I videotape all, the Lord provided the rain, so I'm able to see footprints coming from the gate that probably jumped over the gate or open the gate, whatever which way, we could take those fingerprint things and have a black light. We'd see where all the fingerprints are, all the way around, and you see the mud prints, and you see that someone left a Doritos stain right there on that metal thing where the heater thing is, and there's footprints there that lead up to that window. Well, now that window, now that she's down there, now that window, no matter how you try to lock it, it won't lock. Wonder why? So she can sneak out and in. And every time God goes in that bathroom, it smells like someone's cigarette smoke. When she says she stopped. And she said, when Shay was here, she goes, Mom, I want to go to residence. And I know why, because Shay wants to go there. And, you know, and plus, you get off early so that you can go off play with your friends. And she says, that's what she's going to do. And you know what? She's going to do it. She says, Bob, you can't keep in school. You got to go to residence. Mom, that's what I want. Don't you get the pun, Cheryl? She's biting you. She's making her purposely get sick, coming in contact with people that are sick to make it real. You can't do the ET, put a soap under your arm to make the temperature go up, or do a heat lamp with the thermometer, because there's no thermometers around anymore that I know of, due to the mercury problem. Not mercury in outer space, a planet or whatever, but the mercury in the thing. They found out it was poison, so they found out the way. So they can't do that, so that's out. So now they got to really make themselves sick. They got to be in a walk-in and come home. You know, Bobby's in the cold and come out and don't have a hat on, and you know, and she don't like to wear dresses. The show says she don't like to wear dresses only on certain occasions. Anyway. See, I just don't get this. Now watch, William's going to come home, and he's going to be on that Xbox, having a good old time, say, I'm back, it worked, yay, your ideas work, yay, I get to go stay longer on the game, wee, wee, wee. Bobby's going to go, I get to text non-stop 24/7 and use Mom's iPod, yay, yay, and get on my computer, yay, yay. I just saw the Cox cable van, we might not have nothing. Hey, well, how come we can't get connection? Well, John, weeks ago got a bill saying we got to pay $143. We said that can wait because we don't get paid, and they know that. I said, you don't know, John. They want you to have the money. They want you to have the money right in your hand. I should say, talk like he says with card. I can't get the card. Why don't you just call up the people? No, they want the money in their hand. If they see the money in the hand, then we'll do some business. You know, and Cheryl said, but you got to let them know. And what happened to the pilot thing? The whatever, you're looking out for the cars. I threw it away. Why'd you do that? Because the new one comes out and you said you're going to get it, right? Or not, I'll go get it. Because it might not be in the new one. But Cheryl's just like shaking his head like, don't make no sense. It's like he's making excuses. Like if it's not Bobby and William making excuses and John getting croissants and all this other stuff, you know, and finding food on there and all that stuff. Cheryl said he's just as bad as the kids. Saying we don't have nothing to eat, of course. He uses all his money and my money. It goes to back this. When John takes Bobby to school, Bobby says, take me to 7-Eleven or take me Chick-fil-A. On the way back, Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. But when she comes home to eat, she don't want to eat. Mom, I'm not hungry. I ain't ate in 3 months. You ain't ate in 3 months? Well, I ate drunk sugar tea. I said, why don't you just drink water? That's better for you. No, I don't like that. Mom, I said I just ain't eating a little bit. But I told one of the babes, I can't remember his name now, the one that does the driving to take them there and they're up there. Mom, I can't think of his name. Anyway, he said, I told him. See, Bobby's got all these boyfriends. See, he's got Michael. Michael seems to be friendly because he said, Mom, I don't even know him. Why? He's doing the dishes. Well, let him. John said, no, that's my dishes. I let me do them. I said, yeah, right. She said, yeah, right. Anyway, Michael did the dishes. I mean, she said he could have some spaghetti and all that stuff. And whatever left, let John have. John ate it when we got back, which is good. And William didn't have no Doritos, but all that. And I said, John said something about ice cream, and Cheryl goes, "Oh, but it's too cold for ice cream." Bobby, you want you want you want to you want to come and do what you want to do? Yeah. So her and her boyfriend Michael must have went with them, I assume. Anyway, because if Bobby went, I'm sure Michael did. Because when I came downstairs, Michael was still there, and Bobby was there. So it tells me that when Cheryl came home, that they must all went together. The then Bobby come, William's still playing that game, not in pain, having a good old time. I should have recorded it. And then all of a sudden, say, JT, do this maneuver. You do this maneuver. Anyway, William, time to get up. Don't worry, I'll get off. You got 3 more minutes. Well, he's giving you to 8:30 this time instead of 8 o'clock. Anyway, PM, and then all of a sudden, he turned the game off, except he left the line 1 on. I turned that off. Then he went downstairs with no problem. No aching or paining. And this morning wasn't aching or paining while he was playing the game. He came up here with no problem, ate the Doritos, but all of a sudden, he goes at the bus stop, comes back. When his mom said last night, why didn't we get it done? We need to get it done. I'm thinking, no, you're going to wait until tomorrow so that way you won't go to school so you can come home and play your video games. If it's not Bobby trying to find ways to get out of school because of spring break and all that, just thinking, it's almost summer. I'm going to have my fun. Well, I hope Cheryl follows through with Bobby and William saying they need an attitude adjustment, as Mark Taylor says. They're going to the wilds, like Cheryl said. This Boy Scout thing. You're saying that I owe him $10? I gave him enough money for that trip because he told me, well, he didn't do that. Well, I need to talk to him because it don't make no sense. I gave him that and he put it in the thing. Well, not unless he didn't know. No, John said and me said and I added too. Yeah, that camouflage shirt, jacket, we don't know where it's at now for some odd reason. I said, I thought in my mind, yeah, all of their friends use it, say, hey, don't do that. We could use that to spend and buy video games. We could stop and eat at Taco Bell. Your mom will never know the difference. Whatever the case, William sure had enough money to go buy a video game and tacos, but I'm not getting into it. But she says, no, Mom, I paid for it and all that stuff. Like he says, yeah, I lie smooth. That's why Bobby gets caught. Well, you both could win an award. But anyway, we go, Mom, I paid it. Where's the camouflage shirt? William would go, John said, yeah, where's that coat that has the money in it? We told you where it was. Did you give it? Yeah, well, they said he didn't and all that stuff. Well, they don't know what they're talking about. I gave it to them and all that stuff. Well, they said they had to fork out an extra $10. Now I'm going to have to give them another $10. Where did the other $10 go? And I'm thinking, that's close to a video game for 5 something, but I'm not getting into it. But he said, well, they're going shooting range. Oh, he'll like that. And we're going to we go to the camp. And he said, well, which camp? What day and all that stuff? I want to make sure because I'm making sure my kids go to the wilds. You ever heard of the wilds? No. And I said, oh yeah. And then I had, yeah, it's good. They got there's no rock and roll, no iPod, no skateboard. Every year a new technology comes, they add that in there. No skateboard, no. So they got all bases covered like in a stage illusion. So the kids say, hey, you didn't say iPod in here. They add that in there. Because each time they add it in there, oh shoot, it's got an iPod in there. They don't mind a video camera because you remember Mark Taylor videotapes everything, but they don't want no iPod, no TV, no radio, just a Bible, a towel, and stairs that go up and down. And they say, where's an elevator, an escalator when you need it? And we said that in 1986, and all of a sudden the kids these days do the same thing. They say the same thing. Where's an escalator or an elevator? Man, it's too rough and all this stuff. But they have archery and they have funny skits and all this stuff. And they have God Night Time, and Mark Taylor comes in, does the message. Before that, he has the boys, teens, and girls do the teen testimonies. They do the offering and all this stuff. Well, that's exactly what we do. I mean, we don't do all that part because but what we do is they don't have no connection to video games and everything. And Cheryl said, yeah, that's what I want. I said, that's why the Wilds is. Look up wilds.org, and then Camp Deer Lake for the juniors. They stay away from, they get away from the video games and their friends on the headphone set putting mind games in their head so they can skip school and all that. Bill, go upstairs. We don't need all that. Anyway, the thing is, because just to stress what I'm saying, folks, because that day was President's Day. John said, kids around this world are going to find ways to not go to school. Because every state in the country, including Portsmouth, has off. Except Virginia, it's making up snow days. So they're going to find ways. They're going to rebel. And you know what? They did just that. Bobby did. She faked sick. Oh no, she purposely got sick at a Tabitha's birthday party. And everybody was sick, and she let everybody hug her so she could get sick. But she told her mom a different story, saying, "Mom, I was the only one that wasn't sick, and now I come home and I got her cold." Then when she's with her boyfriend, talking fine, then Bobby says, and Cheryl goes, "Hey, you're not even coughing." "Oh, wait a minute. It just came at the last minute, Mom." You know. Maybe she'd say, "No, I'm doing fine. I gotta make sure I see my daddy this weekend." You know. And then they, okay, she's taking medicine. She does have strep throat and all that stuff. But because she caught the cold, because they gave it to her. The boys kissed her and all that stuff. What? They stayed with you? No, for the party, they were boys. But, they left later on. It was just a couple girls and all that. Phew, that was a close call. I almost got in trouble with Mom. I almost goofed up. Kind of look. And Bobby, what you doing with that hickey on there? What? What hickey? Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no. Oh, Mom, remember the Bam Bam? As I was coming down the stairs, they came up and nipped me in the neck like a vampire? Oh yeah, well I'm scratching, it's getting worse. Man, if I ain't heard a lie, like John Tiff says, I believe it like Carter eats liver pills. Anyway, I can't believe Cheryl's believing in this, man. Anyway, goes back to that Fleetwood Mac song. "Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies." I used to thought it was big lies. I told Mr. Snook all about this, what all goes on. As we're redoing the room, the new room, me and Victor and Mr. Snook and the janitor, they got an earful. Anyway, I said, look up Tony Page illusion. It all started there. Anyway, in Google searching in groups. Anyway, their sister Tony did all that. Now she's older, she knows not to do that, at least I think. But, anyway, just to show you how smooth they lie, John comes back using Cheryl's $20, put gas in the truck, and get some food we needed for supper. In walks Bobby with a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi. And I'm thinking, there's more behind the scenes than that. I'm not dumb. I don't fall for stuff like that. And Cheryl goes, "Do you think she really needed that? She don't do anything around the house. She don't do the dish. She don't sweep and all that stuff. At least William does things, and he don't even ask for anything for it. Well, she wanted what she shouldn't deserve it." Anyway, and I started, and there was nothing said what else she had. So I looked at the receipt, and it says Coca-Cola plus Hershey, means Hershey bar. So I showed Cheryl. She threw it back, the receipt back in the trash can, and confront John. So with my money, you bought her a Coke. Yeah. And a candy bar? Well, that too. And John talks about everybody so secretly and hush-hush about everything. I'm always last to know. Nobody sees herself in the mirror. Nobody does. Why do people won't admit that, hey, they do it too? And it's like they... Anyway, back to what I was saying. Then John left somewhere, go somewhere, I don't know. And I said, now Cheryl says, wait till Bobby gets home. That door's coming off. I don't trust her no more. I said, like John said and William said, there's that screen down. Why are those screens down? And William saw a boy go out there, out through that window, and all that stuff. And Bobby comes in. Cheryl gives that look, and Bobby knows it. What I do? What I do? I come back from my dad's, Joey Fosdick, and what I do? You know what you did? You had boys sneak out the window. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, that's just like you had a Coke, right? Yeah, I already told you that John got me the Coke. Yeah, but what about the candy bar? What candy bar? Don't lie. You have a candy bar. Well, what do you mean? This receipt right here says you had a Coke and a candy bar. John told me Coke. You told me Coca-Cola too, or a Pepsi. Straight up, with not even flinching a lie, not even pause or hesitating. You said that just went right. It's like you do this every day. You said lying that it runs smooth like a snake. You're gonna wind up in jail. Although she don't say that, but that's what John's gonna say, and Grandpa says, which is my dad saying, Bill, don't worry about it. Bobby and William wind up in jail. That's where they'll learn their lesson. But anyway, John said, well, they learn it from their mom. Their mom rides so smooth too, real quick. They get it from her. Okay, I see a lot of resemblance to that. I'll explain that in a minute too. Anyway, the pastor code says, be careful, parents, grandparents, and nieces and nephews and uncles. Your children and grandchildren and their friends are watching you. Because what you do that's bad, they'll mimicking you to a T. So teach them all the good habits and positive habits so they don't turn bad and wind up in jail. Amen, Pastor Coles. Preach it, preach it, preach it. Preach it, Pastor Coles. Preach it, Pastor Watch Coles. Preach it, Pastor Watch Coles. Preach it, preach it, preach it. In other words, I'm making a statement that stay clean. Stop lying. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies by Fleetwood Mac. Look it up on YouTube and play it to everybody till they get it in their head not to lie. Anyway, back to the true story here. That, Bobby, that door's coming down. I don't care what you say. You had Shay in there or any boy in there. You shut the door. You should have it open so we wouldn't have suspicious. Why you gotta have it shut? And William's right. Bill's right. Why do you gotta have that loud music on? Yeah, so you can sneak, like holding the jet out the back. Bill, let me deal with it, you know. Well, it drowns out music so you can hide stuff coming in and go. They can have a whole party in there and disappear real quick. Bill, let me deal with it. This is my daughter. Okay. Anyway, Cheryl said, you flat out said that, with no hesitant, you said, John got you the coat. Then you turn around and said that's all you did. John said the same thing. Bill found that receipt, and it says not only Coke, it says Hershey bar. And then real quick, Bobby goes, well, I bought that with my own money. Well, that's a lie right there, because that ain't her own money. Because then she turned around and said, remember the money that I found in your drawer? And then I asked Bill for money? That change, I used that. Okay? And then Cheryl said, where's the second receipt? Oh, that's easy. I gave the change to John, and then Cheryl said, oh, okay. So basically, you gave him the change, and he paid for it. All in the same. Oh, okay, I can understand that. And I'm thinking, man, I can't believe that she said that so smoothly. There was no hesitant in her words. I never seen someone lie like that she could win that Oscar would on Hollywood. And I'm thinking, that was too smooth. I mean, that don't make no sense. So I confronted John by himself. John, so you got John, Bobby a Coke, right? Yeah, your sister and me already discussed this already. And you bought the candy bar with Cheryl's money too? Yeah. Bobby didn't give you any change? No. What's this about change? Well, she said she gave you change, so that way they'll be on all one receipt. No, I did not do that. She wanted a candy bar and I gave it to her with a Coke. Don't worry. Let me and Cheryl do about it. I get it. Then all of a sudden, Cheryl, I just found out from John that Bobby didn't use any of her change. The $20 used for John for to get gas in the vehicle, and also food at the table, that he got a coat that you said she don't deserve because she don't do nothing around this house, not even the dishes, you know. She only does her grandma and grandpa's and friends if there's money involved, because grandpa gives me money, that's why I do it. Well, that money shouldn't be involved with all that. Anyway, park the car and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, and every time we confront her if she have any money, she denies it and says she don't have any money. And then all of a sudden she's got $26, she says from birthday money, saved up for birthday monies. And I say, oh, and for helping your grandpa and all, yeah. And I just don't want John to know because he'll want to use it all. Hello, you ask him to go to McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and you can't use any of your money? And, I don't know. Sure, all the money that David Alton used and Cheryl used for the pool for you guys and all this stuff, and they owe me more money and pay Wachovia off because of that problem and all this stuff. And John says, don't worry, Cheryl, I'll take care of that when the taxes come. You get your car, and we'll get it all situated and all this stuff. Anyway, and me get a car and a truck, whatever. I just got to talk to Daddy and all that stuff. John Till says he's got to call it Alabama up and get him in there. Anyway, John says, Cheryl, that he paid both the Coca-Cola and the Hershey bar candy. At first everybody said it was just a Coca-Cola, but the receipt, I was a detective like a Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Bill, okay, all right, I get that, but all right. So she lied to me again. All right, that door's coming down. You keep saying that, but Bobby and William says we can get away with everything with our grandma and grandpa and our mom and dad because we know how to will and deal. We know how to get off early. We know how to get our cell phone back early. David Alt, well, he was able to talk to Mom. We would give it when Mom should never sit ball in the house like the Brady's. And if I had that on camera, they'd say, well, we would wait until the vacation over, them come back and get the punishment because we'd have our fun first. Besides that, we'd will and deal our mom and dad and tell us that, hey, we can get off. We can get off early because we can get off that day or the next day because that's how our mom and dad is. They're easy. I said, oh, if I had it on camera. Anyway, and then Dazelle says, William, make sure you get rid of that rainbow shirt because you got us in trouble at Save-A-Town. We all got in trouble. We weren't supposed to be there. And your Cheryl and David Mark Olt was in a different vehicle and not your mom's car. And you were in stealth. They were in stealth mode. They were in cloak mode and you didn't even know it. They went right by you. And Cheryl said there was the only thing gave away was that shirt. Everybody denied that they were there. Bobby and William and all that. Just like at the Neptune Festival. They lied about that. They lie about everything. They say there's going to be an adult there. There ain't going to be, and there wasn't an adult there. Then they wait until pitch night at a hotel and figured that everything will calm down. That just made them stew more and know what time they come home. They were ready to fly at them. William got a spanking right away. And they said, you got that camera ready? Yeah. But Bobby says, you don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know when. And all of a sudden, she got it later on. So what was that for? I told you when you weren't expected, but it was inside where John's room was Cheryl's room, David Marcel's room is. Let's close the door and got spanking there. But Bobby's like, oh, I didn't deserve that. Oh yeah, you did. But the thing is, there's too many lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. I used to thought it was tell me lies, tell me big, big lies. Now I know it's sweet little lies. I added my own words to it and didn't even know, and I thought that was what it was, sweet, big, big lies, and now I know it's sweet little lies. Fleetwood Mac must have had the same problem where they know friends that lie so much that they had to make this song. Singers write about their life. Anyway, or other people's life. Anyway, or it's just a song that just seems to fit because that's what society does. Whatever the case. But the thing is, and she said, anyway, Cheryl says, where is the second receipt? Well, I gave the money to John. Oh, that's why, because they put it on. Okay, that's understandable. Then she finds out through me, being the investigator, like Sherlock Holmes, figuring out a stage illusion. Like working out an illusion. I confront John. He tells me other half that wasn't there, and then I piece it like a puzzle. Then I confront Bobby by herself while she's wiping her face. She said, "Yeah, Bill. Um, so you just got a Coke? What? Did John get it? Yeah. That's all? Yeah." Now see how fast she said that, folks? She said that with no hesitant. Um, and I said, "Well, John told your mom," and then Bobby goes, "He was not supposed to tell I had a Hershey bar. I was trying to cover his butt and my butt. I was lying for both of us to keep us both safe." I said, "It wasn't John." "Well, who was it? Was it you, William?" "No, it was a receipt. Well, you could call the receipt a lie detector. The receipt doesn't lie. The lie detector tells all." And he said, "My dad was watching the CSI marathon, and he was trying to learn all the ways to see if he can make the perfect murder." And I'm thinking, why would her dad, Joey Foster, want to do that? I hope he was joking. That's strange how Bobby remembered that. Anyway. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway. I said, "Well, Columbo, I need to show you that. The magician thought he could get away with something." And he said, "I thought I made a perfect murder." And then Columbo goes, "Perfect murder? Perfect murder? Well, that's just an illusion." Right back at him, because, the illusionist and magician. This is just a show, but you get what the idea. He was doing, the magician's illusionist, and he made the perfect illusion murder, and then all of a sudden, the magician, Columbo, learned the secret, and then all of a sudden, explained to him, figured out the illusion and figured it out that he did it, and found out he was really a spy from such and such. And how did they know? Because the ribbon on there, when you type, it imprints. And it mentions the department such is a spy. See? I told Bobby, Jesus makes it this way. You can only sin for a season. It says in the Bible. In other words, you're going to get caught. Why you think they invented? Jesus let people invent things that it's always... See, like Jerry Patton has said, man can't invent anything. God knows where everything is. Man just had to discover it. And a missionary said the same thing and added that God knows where the biggest diamond is. This man hasn't discovered it yet. Anyway, the thing is, the anti-gravity, warp drive, cloaking, it's all there. He's waiting for man to find it. And Tommy said, "Well, they won't make no time travel." Yeah, I know, because that could really mess everybody. I know. But the thing is, I don't know, but you get what's going on, folks. There's a lot of lies going on. And same way with Cheryl. Like John said, she gets it from their mother. Cheryl's going downstairs in the middle of the night. Says, "John, I'm going to Walmart to get some supplies." Or, well, no, not Walmart. It was Farm Fresh. "I'm going to Farm Fresh. I'm going to get some supplies for my finger. I'll be back." Here it is around 11. John said, "Man, sure take a long time to go get something." I said, "Well, maybe she ran out of gas. Maybe the truck broke down. Hopefully she didn't get in a wreck, because there was a Wendy's wreck. Not Wendy's, but a Chuck E. Cheese that was wrecked there, and they had it on the news." Later on, I think it was a lady. She got killed, but the guy in the truck, I think, survived. And I just pray that she was saved and her whole family gets saved. And the person that got in the truck is all right too, and the whole family gets saved. Even the person that got in the wreck. I just pray everybody is safe and learn to drive safety. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I was gonna praying that Cheryl didn't get no wreck, and John was getting worried too. And John stayed up until 2 a.m. and I stayed up until 2 a.m. And somewhere in between 2 a.m. and 2:15, Key unlocks the door. Cheryl comes in, and then the next morning, John and me confront her, and says, "That must have been a real long at Farm Fresh. Well, you all know where I was. I was at my boyfriend Keith's. Well, we didn't know that. And John said it could be a courtesy call. You said you were going to Farm Fresh to go get some medicine. I did. Well, I was thinking you might have broke down. John said, yeah, I could. You know, I had a walker to call the police and go look you down when they couldn't find you nowhere. They had we had police looking all over for you. We didn't know where. I told my wife, I don't know where she's at. And later on, Cheryl said, you think you believe what John said? He's just rambling, right? Yeah, I thought so too when he said that. But he's just making a statement. Anyway, see, John says their kids lie smooth because Cheryl lies smooth with no hesitant. Be careful of your bad habits. Your kids are watching. Pastor will call it, preach it, Walt called, preach it, preach it. William, you have a choice tonight. And I'm thinking, you should not do that. I got a kid that likes to play video games 24/7. And before we had that game, he would always be late and have to be grounded for a week. Because, except on the weekends, he could go off and play. Because he had to go over his friends that played the Xboxes and PlayStation 3. Then he got his own system this year for Christmas, which is cool. And we're glad to have him home. And it's good that he wants to play 24/7. But to lie is a no-no. He plays it from Friday to Saturday, all day long. From Friday all day, Saturday all day, Sunday all day until 10:30 p.m. Then he gets sleepy. And then he wakes up Monday morning, 8:25. William, get up, huh? Oh man, it's 8:25. Hurry up and get his stuff and go out the door just to catch the bus just in time. You know. And I tell her about it, his friends, and they go, man, William, you're a nerd. In other words, they can't do it that long. Anyway, William smiled and said, I handed him my jacket, and Bobby wanted to trade for the jacket that she didn't want to give up. Now she seemed to take William's shoes, and I don't know. But anyway, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The Bailey's had Bailey and then all the gays come up here and say, oh, we're going to Renaissance, something. That's where Bobby goes to school. So John said, I asked John, yeah, I up down the street. I said, well, they're going to hang out in a shed, some kind of warehouse shed. And William goes, it was in a warehouse that I got injured with the bike and all that. So they must have some kind of warehouse where they have to do some biking. I don't know. John says, the reason, it's kind of strange they won't tell us how he broke his leg, because he comes home limping. That can only mean one thing. It's something he ain't where he's supposed to be. He ain't supposed to be doing. He don't want to mention it. Okay, I fell off my bike, but he didn't say where. But anyway, I just know they said they're going. William goes, where are we going? Renaissance. Where are we going to be? Riding bikes. So all of a sudden, he said, well, I'll catch you guys later. And he puts the headphone up. And anyway, he goes down there. Then he comes back later on with Bailey and all that. Then he did something on YouTube, lucky I was able to delete, because he said, I was just joking. Well, that wasn't funny, Cheryl said. That you could get us in trouble and all that stuff. No, I'll just get myself knocked off of YouTube. I said, no, you won't. And I added, no, you'll get me knocked. Yeah, you'll get your Uncle Bill knocked off. I was just kidding and joking. Well, that way ain't joking and all that stuff. Well, he deleted it. Yeah, but you're lucky, but still someone could have saw that. I told William, you don't know, people believe anything. I mean, it's one thing to get real footage of UFOs, and then the government denies it and try to cover it up and say it's just fake and all that stuff and be trolls out there and make people, is it real or is it Memorex? Try to downplay everything's a flying trash can. You could videotape it and you know it wasn't trick camera. You would put it out there and everybody on planet Earth would say fake, fake, fake.
I wasn't messing with my game because
I haven't
my batteries aren't in.
I haven't been messing
Someone's
with
been stealing my batteries.
Well, it wasn't me. I just know you kept taking batteries out and putting them in.
Yeah, this morning because I was having trouble finding ones that actually worked.
Well, don't ask me where the batteries went. It wasn't me. I don't know who would come in here unless, and I don't know what Bobby would use them for.
No telling.
Bam Bam. And you're not eating them, are you, Bam Bam? Energizer, keep going and going and going.
I have Energizers and I have Duracell. But the Duracell's Dad gave me.
Yeah, you got Energizer and Duracell, right?
Yeah, the Energizers I had left. What, Bill?
Huh?
Want to take it off?
Let me see what.
It doesn't look weird.
Weird.
No, it looks normal.
Looks like it's Velcroed on. Well, it's good that Bobby decided to stay in school. And you didn't put any pressure on the leg.
I bruised my ankle.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it's broken yet. You have to take it to a specialist.
Don't ask. My friend's dad owns a warehouse and we were building a skate park. Do you have school today? Do you have school? How old are you? Oh, I turned 12 last year. I turned 12 last year. Actually, last day of the year. Last year.
New Year's Eve, baby.
I've never heard her talk because it was the last day. Yeah. For Modern Warfare 3. Okay, where's this coming from? Nathan. Oh boy, I'm gonna kill myself. I wouldn't know, I'm just running around the level and I can't find anyone. Oh, you found me.
Bless you. Bless you. Did the doctor also check to see if you got a strep throat too, like Bobby? All those sniffling?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking to you though.
Oh.
What's yours? Simple.
I can't.
Okay. You probably don't know what it is though. Go.
It's 10:52 a.m. in the morning, Monday. And where's Bam Bam? Disappeared on me again. A tail whip, man. That's a new. And William did a tail whip. And magic
Look it up, Bill.
magically.
Look it up. Tail whip, and
tail-
you'll see what I tried to do.
Alright. And magic appeared out of nowhere.
So you have every attachment for every gun and everything here, Max? Do you have the spinning tent emblem?
Is he homeschooled or what?
It's his birthday.
Oh, okay.
You don't? Is that the only emblem you're missing? Go through all your emblems. Yes, you did. Yes, you. And how do you have fall for every gun? You got into a lobby.
Yeah, Magic. What do you want, Magic? Magic was in Cheryl's bedroom, and then she's in my bedroom. She's in the baskets. She's on top of the entertainment system. She's everywhere, even outside. She magically appears and disappears in cubby holes and everywhere else. I know. What's wrong with you? You got a cold? You got a cold? You got a cold? You gotta get some catnip. That'll make you go wild. You want some catnip? You want some
That's why
cat?
when retire looks sweet.
You want me to get a catnip on you? Want some catnip? Where is that catnip? Where'd the catnip go? Must be way in the back somewhere. Maybe it's over here. Where'd the cat? Now how can I lose catnip that quick? Where'd the catnip go? For anything, I need to take testing seed. Don't worry, Manic. I gotta find where your catnip went to. I misplaced it. Where I misplaced it
Hey, do you
to.
know how to?
Okay. Maybe I put it. Okay, here it is. Here's this part, but I need to find the bottle or container. Maybe I put it in here.
You know how to get this out? This one?
Don't worry, I need to find your catnip. Here it is.
Go to, like, flip through them all so I can look at them.
Here's your catnip. Here's your catnip. It says dogs go crazy for it too. And Bam Bam sure went wacky. I ain't played with you with this in a while. You're probably begging for more for it, right? I gotta move this out of the way.
Alright, here's how mine. I don't have